Enra BBC or Parliament na mu bebrada time see the na madam anisia mo dedodo it's around 11 p.m. So munima breaking news. New taxes John Mahama and NDC aban dia tufu also no. Many omo nyadwen. Enra Parliament heated exchanges ma afenyo ato forcing mama yarega me de ni nyina bro. Nenti so me omo nyadwen no. Me de ni nyina beba o. Again Ato forcing by finance minister no koye interview e wo City FM. Day na oye interview no e March 12. Oye interview City FM o kan bi me bebusa no question kakra wo ho. Ne enti a tax me no mo nyadwen. Ene ne enti a ne ese wo when it comes to this new tax regime NDC aban no e deba. That's what I'm discussing with you this morning on the Critical Analyst Show. The second video now my exclusive news on Dr. Ansan Sadale. Exclusive news I mean officially government reacted. Medininya bebro anopeya. Now make sure so be subscribe. Must subscribe. Keep on notification me the video be to my obehu no wetimi ahwe bi. Enra afenyo NPP walking out of parliament. Brian pass a bill. I mean, reading my John line story. I'll say Parliament has approved the Energy Sector Levy Amendment Bill 2025, introducing a 1 cedi levy on petroleum products. The TNS said the controversial bill intends to raise additional revenue to address the nation's crippling energy sector debt and ensure stable power supply. Was passed late today, Tuesday, June 3, 2025. Now, by person trying to say, "You will be a JJ." To efa ho e friend energy sector levy ya amendment aka say 1 liter of petrol bi a obeto no 1 liter nya gallon no 1 liter bi a beto na ban beje 1 cedi e wo ho o discane koye den a wo so de be fix dumsor. That is a summary of the bill. Now ato force implemented bill no say energy sector na ye debt omo beto ye na 3.1 billion dollars 3.1 billion dollars. And nunti na ye explanation a omo jeje sa to 1 cedi on every liter of fuel. No mo dia kotua.
To help raise additional revenue to fund the needs in the power sector, government is proposing an increase in export price of petrol, diesel and related products. The impact will be absorbed by the gains made from the strong performance of the Ghana cedis. The Speaker, I repeat, the impact will be absorbed by the gains made from the strong performance of the Ghana cedis. And this will mean that consumers will not have to pay extra for the price of petrol and diesel beginning today. Right, Honorable Speaker, our simulations suggest that there will be no increase in the export price of petrol and diesel in the next window beginning today if the levy is imposed. This is because of a strong Ghana cedi. Right, Honorable Speaker, the levy will serve as a dedicated source of funding to the power sector, and the proceeds will be earmarked for the procurement of essential fuel for power generation. The Speaker, this will ensure that Ghana enjoys stable electricity.
Near TN says, me you just say to me, you 40 liters of fuel. 40 liters of fuel. Every liter bia metobiano. Abanje me 1 cedi. Every single liter. Abanje me 1 cedi. Into me top 40 liters. Abanje me 40 Ghana cedis. Now where's that change levy? Way, a change levy. Way, a change levy na mbe free one. Way, 40 liters of fuel be and every 1 liter. Abanje 1 cedi, meaning 40 Ghana cedis at the pump. Meanwhile, in March 2025, you have to force in call city. And on list a car critical sectors, any idea?
You have road fund owing about 5.5 billion cedis.
Outside this MDA
Outside
thing
this MDAs. Because they are statutory funds, they are not just an MDA.
So road fund owes people 5.5 billion.
5.5 billion. Then you have the likes of Get Fund. You have the likes of, what do you call it? DACF.
This is Assembly Common Fund.
Yes, they have their own debt.
I see.
Then Cocoa Board, ECG. Cocoa Board owes 32 billion cedis.
Wow.
ECG owes 68 billion cedis.
They owe who?
They owe contractors.
Who have done work?
Who have done work.
So they should pay them. But that's not your business. If ECG owes them, why are you ECG?
Well, in the program, in the IMF program, they classify Cocoa Board and ECG as part of central government.
But if ECG and Cocoa Board say they can't pay.
Oh no, you know ECG's situation. ECG's situation is so bad. It's so bad that they are supposed to collect the power that they consume. Unfortunately, they buy the power. They are supposed to sell the power to consumers like yourself, collect the money and pay. But the data we've seen so far, ECG collects like 1.5 billion, keep 500 million, and pay only 1 billion cedis.
Okay.
As a result, they are unable to pay IPPs. And as we speak, government of Ghana, through ECG, owes IPPs $1.7 billion. $1.7 billion, not cedis. In fact, the amount is $1.730 billion. That's how much ECG is owing IPPs. So, coupled with the 1.7530, they also owe suppliers another 68 billion cedis.
Hey,
what is going on here?
Yes, and ECG in Kwano, the IPPs ka 1.7 billion. Omo the contractors ka 68 billion cedis. IPPs no dollars. Contractors no cedis. Now the argument is that Bernard Ebusan say ekaya abubo so nyina ubetua na wuntua. Ti asem okai.
IPPs 1.7 will you pay?
Yes, IPPs.
The 1.7 billion will you pay?
Oh, the IPPs 1.7 billion we have to pay.
You have to pay.
We have to pay. And we have to find the money.
The ECG 68 billion, who is paying?
ECG must find a way and pay themselves.
Yes. Okay, say the only ones owed to the IPPs in Betuya. Because ECG kept you at the Benson no Etuya na there. They enjoy the monopoly. Minia, what shall we riga? TME. What shall we riga? What the Niama Guni contain a mamano? While Lenkena man and number say what you need live near the normal supply and Niamo Didija. Babusumi Biano, or you the Boca. I'm a contractors and any suppliers about down by ball point. Now, so more salary, and some sign could your contractors, then come in your number be a befro, your answer, Akusia. A jammy share we, may my container muniema. A remoa, obi and tom provisions on 1 hour, and then quantin at the Bia, where you man a boca. Minute me you. What shall we riga? Nemeku contain them, or enjoy monopoly, a remo, obi any hobby. And on 1 at 2 at the end of tone. Babri be your boca. And to be put on Sakusia, dent in our boca. Akusia say. Oton niema na man krofebu o nyisko ya na credit and ye can woman for free niema no ete na kan so wonyai na the cash and carry because Ghana for the door na so prepaid want to prepaid now that's one ye den tina obi use power ni free ontua na say ECG ka so mo ko companies and ECG ka big companies Ghana ni no ni 50 cedis so want to prepaid na ebedum to betogu so why are you always passing the inefficiencies of ECG and other state agencies on the ordinary Ghanaian mentias here and then not to forcing I'm a phenomenal fupa and okay kabi chere to forcing pa.
Mr. Speaker, what is the precedent that is being set? Mr. Speaker, hands up is watching. Hands up is taking note. One day it will come and hound them. If today they think they have no mess, they will bulldoze their way. So be it. Have your pleasure. But bear in mind that someday what you are doing will come and haunt you. Mr. Speaker, with all the justification, what stopped him from engaging this side of the house? This morning, I must be honest that the majority leader whispered to me that something of urgent importance, of urgent value would come. Mr. Speaker, It is only important that we engage and you let us know. You come with your justification. You came here to present your budget. You presented your budget saying you are not going to introduce new taxes, new levies. Then you turn around, you say you are repealing e-levy. You are all over the place. Now you are bringing back e-levy. And then you say that the Ghanaian public will not feel it. That's what you are doing. What are you? This is the e-levy. You have introduced e-levy. Then you say that you run it through certificate of agency. Mr. Speaker,
honorable members,
the e-levy being introduced.
Honorable members, this is a house of record.
What is it?
Honorable members, this is a house of record. The bill introduced, which I have just referred, is energy sector levies bill.
It is e-levy. Mr. Speaker, with respect, allow the minority to have its say. You allowed the minister to speak. What is energy sector levy? Short form e-levy, is it not it? You are reintroducing e-levy. That's what you are doing. Reintroducing e-levy. And you are going to tax Ghanaians. Mr. Speaker, and you say under certificate of agency.
A very interesting since the sewer parliament. Many are buying now, they have not convinced now. Many are scenario nam jere wana mi jina. Hwe na nsia me koji meter, me a separate meter me to baby me free no. What am kai some good news mamo. Menya baby a me studio kakra bia na ese me tu. Barely 3 years ago, me koji meter, ya je me 700 Ghana cedis. Ene ya je me 1000, ma me mpe figure na mamo. Man kase ma quote wrong figure. Mean to be fair to the detail. Ya je me 1353.60. In fact, okwa registration fee bet 100 Ghana cedis. Energy commission papa bi ba be inspect bet 200 Ghana cedis. Ubi a okutua meter fee 1353.60. Abrante bisamba be check final ono so pe kakra man nti be 2000. Afidi am de beto a light a month bi am aban sika wo. Other services omo ye akosoro. In fact, to new site nipa na say Tony po back almost 3000 4000. 24 hours now revert to aban. And today na ECG at the value chain of the energy sector. And they biomo broke go. Yeah, cash water for mechanism. Say ECG this car. Unko to say 2 way month we mabe yentimi ni so. How? Because minia, ne make can say contain no konsoguma still a 2 ya. The only way you can solve it is why the concrete befa container say. And I a container no why in a bucket. That is the issue. And until we fix the inefficiencies of ECG, ya disca be a good containment, you can't be a good containment. Ebenunu. And so, Mr. President, me no one yadring. A chamane. Nancy a bejina trotrof was one montable. So, no, yes, say, almost about to fame. I shan't so dear him. Almost I know what's here. Yes, I agree. Not fool me, Toby. Now, average of about 16 cities. And I made by total. They are a tour the Monday night 13 points and up me by a 12.9. And then said the last by 3 months NDC buy buy your my CDIA. In the last 3 months the started from March 1 Ebeyano. Petrol after swat be must be 3 cedi per liter. Also do 1 cedi. Abai there be where the chamene. And the trotro driver na day or to be 100 liters no. Every liter o to 1 cedi a day nko no go to 100 Ghana cedis. Na e-levy send na be send there be 200 Ghana cedis. Trotro driver send 1,000 cedis a day. And no na exemption of 100 cedis wum. Enti ase we don't such a dey na sand benkumoji. Aban there be my submission to you that fix the inefficiencies that ECG any problem no. Well, look at the value chain. Illegal connections here. Why can't ECG fight illegal connection 21st century? Baby ECG power kokrebu wonim. Nansi amuko tu chempedua se woto kakraka wono yusu. San microphone na samu jiji musika wo. Monye de bia Ghana ni no. Efficiency. Kokobodi aburuka gomu ani apase bi ubusi enkotua. Na Ghana for na omo ye dwuma. Esa de shokokobodi 700 million ni sense ka kese mo musi wo se ni allowances no. Ada na so sa kotua the inefficiencies of kokobodi. Any ECG. Dientia. Why must the ordinary Ghanaian do that? It doesn't make sense. Now, this is how it will be. Energy sector, that's on my yeno. Formally, no, 95%. Approve a president Mahama sign about Bema. Next energy sector levy on petrol every liter. No, I want to the 95%. Diesel formally 93%. I buy approving all the one city kebab by 1 city 93%. LPG the one fan count. Gas near the no be anu the one fan count. But still, Mr. President, this is a bad bill. In my view, I'm not so convinced. I say 11 now. Me nagging. Unfair. You fix the challenges I ECG. That's the bigger problem. That's the bigger problem, and that's what we must focus on. What's your bedja? They be obey the cap breathy. That's what Transacosia, a care bay, they be a dintia. Oh, but the Yama free for any unquoted the Yamana Wakamuno. Sanity, is the Gen monopoly, Obian Twilight or Ghana. And then Quentina, Obian so you should didn't know to mean the Jessican and your inefficiencies. A bit Jiscan D, any idea. Nina say a share. We look at that. See, we now the Ghana for a frank conversation. But baby, no be introduce taxes to fix the inefficiencies of a system. The piano and your money job be a car a man for him to do. When I make every liter, in a gallon, every liter, 1 liter be a water 12.90 make as a total day. Obet you 1 CD also. Next, I be 13.9. It is a top 40 liters. I may make a 40-45 liters. That's every time I mark off Philip be I buy almost 40 to 45 CDs. We need levy the too much. Too much, honestly. Say be institutions be NCT be near just come any problem. But by ECG ni cocoa border. Con men can sa ye kind efficient is so. Chrono ni jirimu no dos so ase wo do fix issues no. Minim na wo dwen. So na me ya adwen a. Men ka say me tax. I believe that taxation builds country, but the taxation must be equitable and fair. I don't know there be ye dey san man so Ghana for. There be me no am nya dwen. Wonto kire wa dwen. Our comment section me anya no decro send the bia meka no we anya 10 year me nam ne aban nya dwen aban ka so be pass over say 11 no aka so be pass me ni bibia meye ba ma dwen na me kire and ma munim kakra no so energy sector no mesua ho ade kakra so I know the system. That's why I'm always on ECG. Na first time mama ye ni mama show me video on ECG de bia meka say the energy sector value chain no ECG ni problem no, and the day we restructure ECG e be ma na ye no e be boan because we enjoy monopoly obi enjoy monopoly nya de bia de na so turn light boka mentiase utimi ko ECG of so kuto prepaid almost a system na teko ba ge bi oti container mutimi ton ma ye e di ntia sa de ni nyina be he na amanfo connections e wo me se ye ni ba ho ne ye hwe ne de solve issues no do be sia me kata aba ti me kasa bebre comment free na me kana nyateni ne me nya dwan e normal me so me no nya dwan e normal nyame nhyira no kan subscribe am subscribe click the notification no me the video bi etima be hu no etima ahwe bi send the bi ameka me hian Ghana nsuo anti me sure so be hwe mo so ye e dia ma me bye bye.